other hands through which he
As award-winning Manitoba recording artist Steve Bell celebrates 25 years of his solo career, he'll be hitting the road this fall to perform 31 shows during a cross-country tour. To mark the anniversary, Steve is releasing a multi-disc project titled Pilgrimage, along with a book and a feature-length documentary, and he joins us this morning in Sound and Words. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Well, 25 years, that's your solo career that we're celebrating,
Yeah.
but music has been a part of your life since you were a young boy.
Yeah, we had, my mom and my sisters and I had a family gospel band when I was 10. We put out an album. You're probably too young to know what that is, but back in, 72, and toured around a lot back then. And then after high school, I started playing clubs around here, so Elias Schritton Bell was a band I was in, played with Rock Riletti, guys like Bob King, and Byron O'Donnell, and Rhonda Hart. So a lot of years before I even got into the solo Steve Bell thing.
So it's obviously been a huge part of your life, and I mean, 25 years to be making albums. This is your Pilgrimage, your 18th studio record, though.
Yeah.
If we want to be technical, we could say 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Yeah.
4-disc set. Why'd you take on a project like that?
Well, mostly because I just thought, if you can ever get away with it, you can get away with it on your 25th, So last fall we're sitting around thinking, are we going to do something special for the 25th? Should we, or should we just play it down? And we sat around the office and said, let's go for it. And so we just thought of the different things that we could do and put it together. And it came together really beautifully. Yeah, I'm very happy about it.
And I mean, you're doing this really big. You've got the 4 discs, you've got a book to accompany it, and also a feature-length documentary where you had a film crew following you around.
Okay, that was absolute coincidence, and that was an independent thing. Refuge 31 Films. Andrew Wall, who did Week of Vans, and he did the Sheepdogs doc.
Okay.
So he came to me last year and said, "Can we do a doc?" And I kept on saying no. And John Longhurst kept phoning me saying, "Why are you saying no?" And then Mitch Dorge phoned me and says, "Why are you saying no?" And so finally I consented, and they followed me around basically for the year. And it's coming out next week. Really, it's almost identically to when my album's coming out, which is a nice, happy accident.
Well, that works
Yeah,
out.
so it works.
Why were you saying no? Why didn't you want to do that?
Well, it's kind of weird. I don't know. There's just something weird about someone telling your story, and I wasn't quite sure what the story would be. But I was convinced by these other guys that Andrew had a knack for finding a story and telling it well. And when I saw the doc, I actually quite liked it. I thought I'd be cringing the whole time.
Right. To see yourself portrayed through someone else's eyes.
Yeah, but it's interesting what he found interesting about my life and what he portrayed, and he did it very nicely. It's beautifully shot, and I'm quite pleased with it, actually.
Looking forward to checking that out. I mean, still 25 years is a great accomplishment. There's still lots more for you going forward. What are you looking forward to as you move forward in your career?
Well, I hope I get to do this as long as I can. I mean, one of my heroes is Pete Seeger, and I saw him at 75 in the folk festival stage, and his voice was shaky, and he couldn't play like he used to. But there was a guy that had given his whole life in service to the wider community with his music, and I'd kind of like to be that guy. I mean, in the sense that just your life is given with your art in service of the wider community. I hope I can do that.
Well, and your advocacy efforts as well keep you very relevant, very involved in the community and in the country as well.
Yeah, and being acoustic based, acoustic music is kind of like a black T-shirt. It's kind of always okay. Do you know what I mean? Like whatever the trends are, acoustic. There's always room for the acoustic guy. So I might have a chance to do this for a while yet.
There you go. Well, we hope so. We're going to hear a song from Steve Bell coming up on the BT stage. Stay with us. Thank you.
Let us go now.